Hello, everyone. Thomas has fries, but he didn't share them. So
I tried to, but you said no.
no.
But
Well,
I'm too pretty for fries.
oh, no, I'm too pretty for fries. We always have a almost in-depth conversation or a very in-depth conversation before we go live, and so if you don't understand inside jokes throughout any of these streams, I apologize. But that's just how it goes. I don't think it's just us. I think there's a lot of people that chat before and then I don't know, crap happens.
There'll be a downloadable file in the Google Drive that'll actually so you can know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, I look a little tired because I am.
You look like a human.
Friday tomorrow. Oh, that's good. I mean, it's great news, everyone. We did film yesterday. Would Lord of the Rings be published today? And that's coming out on the 9th as a premiere. But I'm working during that time because of time zones, but he'll be on. So you can talk to Thomas about it. I might say hi briefly. But yeah, I can't see it for the whole time. Yes. Work,
I will be providing both voices.
Yes. Oh, that'd be good.
The Nicole voice and the Thomas voice. However, I'm still working on my Nicole voice. Hi, how are you today? Like my hair?
I hope I don't sound like that. I guess that's so unacceptable.
Nah, you don't sound. I can't do a girl voice. Let's see if I can do one. I can't do it. Hi, how are you doing? I got that deep. I got tenor voice. I'm gonna burst.
I get it.
Burst. Good times though. When I was in chorus in school, the first day I went in, the teacher's like, "All right, go stand over there," and she put me like with all like, the higher voices because I talk a little higher than I said. And then we started singing, and I'm like, oh, doing. And she's like, hold on, where's that coming from? And she's like, that's you. So then she moved me to the bass area, and there's all these big, tall guys, and I'm like sitting there, and we're like,
I barely remember the school chorus that they made you be in, but that's fine. That's probably for the best.
No. I joined. This was in high school where I wasn't like 3 years old and like you have to be in chorus. No, this was like, do you want? It's because the teacher heard me talking like down the hall and they were like, you should be in chorus. I was like, why? And it's like, because I could hear you down the hall. You have a big voice. And I was like, I guess I'll try it.
Well, we'll just go. Okay, that's fine. Well.
They don't let you do shrooms though before you go in. So.
That might be for the best. But the teenagers on shrooms, please. Oh my god.
I was 30. No.
That would be a way worse problem. Now would that be? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I looked 30. I had a full face of hair. This pictures of me when I was like in like 7th grade, and I'm like, how do I have facial hair like that?
Yeah, and I still get carded because people think I'm under 21. So imagine me in high school. People
12.
were thinking that I was in middle school.
I think you went to the wrong building, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because the middle school was maybe like 5 minutes away from the high school. So that could have been right.
Do you like being misaged? Like when they're like, oh, we thought you were younger. Do you like that? Or are you just like, I'm over
it? When they take a really long time to look at my the license and then me and the license and then me and I'm like, I'm not faking it.
But, you know what? That's always nice to hear.
Yeah, that is. Yes.
But, that'll be in the document.
But then then it's like, well, good genetics, and it's gonna keep on going, and then maybe when I'm 50, people think I'm not even 40, or how
Yeah.
it works, whatever. It's fine, but then it kind of is just like I am not 21, I'm
Look,
31, but I
if you
guess
want to
10
age,
years, yeah. I don't really think I look at pictures in the past. I don't really look that different.
no, you got some youth still on you. It's still, but if you decided like one day you're like, man, I just want to get this aging going, just have a child, and then your body's like, done. Like, look at me. I've had 3 kids, and my body has not recovered since. So,
Uh-huh.
what?
Try
I
to
can't
hold
have
that.
kids. What are you talking about?
No, well, I tried to hold that. That wasn't how that worked. So, writing. Oh, right. What are you gonna write?
Well, I'm going to continue. I'm
Outline.
on chapter 46. I'm still organizing the plot points into my plot point sheet, which will allow me to check to see if I'm hitting the plot points at least enough for it to pay off, and or is it paying off soon enough? Like, because I'm already noticing, by the way, if anyone cares, chapter 46 is in the 3rd act. So I'm already seeing some of the plot points haven't really been well established by this point. So it's nice to kind of like be able to do that. So I have there's 69 chapters in the book, and then there's a prologue and an epilogue. So I'm almost done. What I got 23 more chapters, and then an epilogue, which is very short, by the way. It's only like 800 words or something.
Good, because when you push it, you're like, just wrap that shit up.
Well, the I wrote a bookmark, not a bookmark, a bookend story. I wrote a bookend story where the prologue starts off in the future, not like our time, but like it takes place years after this book, and then it kind of goes back into the past. The book is the past, and then the epilogue brings us back to the moment from the prologue. And prepares you for the saga that this book starts off. So it's not the last chapter wraps up the book. So chapter 1 to 69, that's a full story in itself. But the epilogue is sort of like that coup de main, where it's like, there's a whole thing ahead of you. What are you working on? Your 18th book? What's going on?
Just doing Midnight Murders again.
Do the cops ever come to you for that? Because they're like, why are you killing people at midnight?
No, unfortunately. Fortunately?
Fortunately?
Unfortunately?
Which one has the letters? Which one sounds like a word? Irregardless.
Oh. Can you just say not regardless? I don't know. There was this one professor that was really aggressive about saying irregardless, and then she's saying it's a word. No one say anything. And then we're like, we weren't gonna say that. Well, whatever. I was like, I don't care, but you seem to really care because you mentioned it 3 times that it's a word.
As long as she's an English teacher, it's stupid.
Yeah, she was an English professor.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my Muhammad. Have a Jesus Yahweh.
Yeah, whichever one.
Have you ever heard someone say, nonchalant, right? They're like, oh, that was very nonchalant of me. But no one's ever done anything like chalant. Like, oh, that was chalantly perform. Hey, that was a chalant performance.
Well, that's like people say, I do not condone this behavior, or whatever it is. And then, but you never hear you say, I condone this behavior. That means you agree with it.
Well, I should have condoned. No, what is it? I should have. What is it? Do you concur? I should have concurred.
I concur.
Remember in Catch Me If You Can, when he's playing a doctor, he's acting like he's a doctor, and he's just like, "Do you concur, doctor?" And the doctor's like, "I I don't know. And then the other
That
doctor goes,
working?
I should look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's been a rough week, so I'm really tired. But I'm not drinking coffee right now because it's 5:10 p.m. and that would be a bad idea. But so I don't know how much I'm going to write, but I also have to write out a new book tag that Emma and some other writers have done, and so we're going to do a tag for AuthorTube.
What is the
It's gonna
book
be
tag? Why don't you tell some people?
This is my book tag. We just did it. It's not out, so yeah, it's very interesting. You know what? Just for kicks, I'll tag you, even though you probably won't do it. But you know, that means people will click on your channel.
I'll
Maybe.
tag you. I
No,
already made a playlist for you. So
no, I mean I'll tag you in the video.
you
Tag.
are not only are you um oh, not only are you in my newsletter, right? You are in every newsletter, but you are on every new video. You're tagged in every new video. Who else is tagged? Yeah, I have you. I'll tell you why I have right now. See, this is why. See, you think you know me.
Well, I don't get. Are you tagging me or are you mentioning me? Because I don't.
You're mentioned. You're mentioned. So what do I have it? It says. Wait, let me find it. Oh, fellow authors. I have you. I have Jim Avelli, one of my close friends. Mark London Williams. Jody J. Sperling. J. Carson Rose. Lori Hayes. Lila Glass. Emma Bennett. And Eloise Bear. That's all I have so far. So not that any of those people have to tag me in their stuff, but so you're in the newsletter, you're in every new video, and I gave you a playlist. So I mean,
we're so fancy.
And I also share your stuff on Facebook. I would share everyone else's stuff, but I can't find them. So I follow them.
No, I thought Lila Glasser.
I am friends with Lila Glass, so I share her stuff.
99
cents.
99 cents for the ebook. Don't try and get the paperback for 99 cents. They wouldn't even allow that. But yes, 99 cents until May 7th.
99 cents and the bitch ain't one.
Oh.
What about?
I'm slow today.
That's right. So it's for the ebook. Do you have an F book or a G book?
No, just an ebook and paperback. KU book. Oh, 2 letters instead of 1.
Do you prefer? Well, you've already said this. You prefer the physical because you like to hold it. You like the smell of it. You like the.
Yeah. Also, the screen hurts my eyes. That's why I can't really read well. On a small screen. And also, I'm sure if I got like a Kindle, I would download other apps and then it wouldn't be a Kindle.
It wouldn't be for a reading.
So just do the paperback or hardcover, whatever, and then just focus on that. Because I know I would not be that successful if I had a Kindle.
Would not, could not. That's what you're saying. Oh, I gotta do a different share, by the way, before we get into it. Where is this thing? Oh, here we go. So you can hear the sound.
Yes, that's very, very important.
Tinkle, tinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle. Well, we're almost at 15, so we're just gonna write.
I'm old enough to date.
Yeah. Well, good. We're gonna write and do stuff. Maybe we'll see. I mean, you know. Whoa! 20 minutes, people. 20
All right.
minutes.
20 minutes. Here we go. Uno, dos. Bing. 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 Tinkle, tinkle. Oh.
Twinkle.
All right. Welcome. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us now, we just did our first 20-minute sprint.
Oh,
And,
yeah. I didn't write my book, but I did finish my questions and answers for This Is My Book tag.
Oh, nice. Can you explain a little bit what that is for people listening? Because it might inspire others to do it.
Sorry, that was my knuckles. Oopsie. Well, it's something that Emma and a few other writers that I'm in a group with decided to create, and so we're gonna participate and tag a bunch of other writers.
Nice.
But it's not out yet. No, I'm probably gonna film it mine tomorrow and put it out whenever.
And is it you just going, hey, these are my thoughts on these writers?
No, this is it's a question, like, it's how many questions? 12.
It's 12 questions.
12 questions that you gotta answer, and then you tag people.
These are for people that don't have day jobs or like just
You're semi-retired, so you gotta get on that.
That's true. That's true. What's one of the questions as an example?
What's your book title?
Really?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
start basic. Well, you have to pick at least one book, and then you go basic and then all the way down to in-depth, and then you tag people.
All right.
It's like it's a starting point.
Can I ask questions like, if you had to, which demon lord of what level of hell, if hell existed, would you worship?
I don't know all the demons to know that.
They are a fun way. Oh, you want me to do it in evil voice?
Oh, yes.
Tags are generally easy to do and a fun way to get to know people.
Yes, Kat jumped in. Hello.
Hey, Nicole Thomas. Happy Friday, Junior.
I'm feeling that really hardcore right now, Kat. Oof. Yeah, well, I say this every time, but no, this might be true. I can feel the tiredness behind my eyes, so I don't know how much I'm going to be getting done.
I think you'll get something done. I mean, you already got you did 12 questions, and I'm sure your answers weren't one word each. So if you had just applied that to, I don't know, writing.
Well, I'm a little just fuzzy with my head. So I don't know if, well, I guess I could stare at the screen and then just write a few words, and then 20 minutes is up. And I said, oh, look, Thomas, I wrote 7 words.
Hey, 7 words is better than 0. Also, could we get a sample of the stare?
The what?
The stare, like what it would look like you staring at the screen.
Oh, I mean, like, just like this, like. Also, it's maybe like. Also,
okay, go ahead.
Well, I don't know why, but I had hives on my upper arm last night, so I took a Benadryl, and I haven't had a Benadryl in like 10 years, and it made me, I hate that feeling of Benadryl, so that too did not help. It's just weird. I don't know if I got enough sleep on the Benadryl, but you know what? You got to get up, you got to work at 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 5. But you know.
I know the feeling. Like when I get up at 11.
Okay, sir. What, you get to semi-retire? You better do this tag.
I'll do a tag. Oh, I am tired too. I'm not getting as much done as I wanted to this evening. I think I'm out of juice. Hey, trust me. We get it. We get it. It's close to my bedtime, 1 o'clock, you know. Do you ever cry when you're writing, and not because it's emotional, but because you're like, why am I doing this with my life?
No. But I have existential crisis at least once a month. But for some reason this year it's been multiple times a month, and my husband's like, "Here, have Chipotle," and it usually
Makes you feel better.
like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Um.
Pizza's the same way.
Well,
You gotta be. You got to know your happy foods.
Even though that pizza makes me sick sometimes,
It's worth it.
just the damn pizza.
It's like
Whatever.
ice cream, you know. If you're home, like who cares? Just eat it. That's why I could eat almost anything at home. It's when you're out.
Yeah.
I got to figure out the
Yeah.
mileage.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah. Well, yesterday I had like a stressful meeting, but then I felt fabulous because he brought me Starbucks, and so I was in my basic bitch stage.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay,
Shoes.
let's go. And it was fine, but I was just like, oh man. Oh my god.
Like,
Let's not get into a professional disagreement. I don't know. It's not been a good week, y'all. So I have bags under my eyes. I've said y'all many times. You just pointed it out for no reason today. Whatever. Y'all.
Some.
Y'all.
Do you hate that you have to trade in minutes of your life for a job?
No.
Yeah.
No, not really. I do like money. Yeah. Yeah, see, Kat says y'all too, so
Y'all.
don't make fun of us.
Look, I
Thomas.
grew up in the South. I know how it works.
Okay, yeah.
I also know I know what bless your heart means.
Oh yeah, I had to explain that to a couple of people because they were like, "Oh, it's so nice," and like sometimes it is nice.
Yes.
A lot of the time, it's not.
Well, bless your little heart.
Yeah, that means they think that you're stupid. So.
Yeah.
I remember when I was on Twitter, and it was I was friends with like a Canadian writer, and she had no idea what "Bless Your Heart" was with this other writer, and I remember this writer's name, and she got pretty big, and she is still pretty big. I'm like, okay, I know how you behave when you don't have an agent, but anyway.
Oh man.
She got into a fight with the Canadian because over the new adult genre, whatever. And she said to her, "Bless your sweet little heart, it's never gonna fucking happen." And for one thing, my friend was like, "I don't understand the bless your heart," but then she just said the F word. I don't understand. I'm like,
she wanted you to know.
And she thinks you're stupid. And so I'm like, do you really like? This was a nice debate, and then you gotta drop that shit. And you know that she's Canadian because she says it like all the time, whatever. And I'm just like, you don't need to be like that. And I'm surprised someone else didn't say anything, but I'll say something. If you're going to have a debate, then have a debate, but you're starting shit for no reason because you don't think that the new adult genre, whatever, is ever going to happen. Okay, then just like calm down.
Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying because some people say I'm a master debater. So I feel like you know what you're talking about.
I can take that many ways, but we're going to say that you do like to debate on occasion.
Oh, me? Yeah. I had a show dedicated to debating. It's called I Don't Make This Stuff Up. And and it was just it was me just like debunking people's delusions. When it came to like how to be successful. TMI Thomas.
Yeah, we have 3 viewers right now, so you better not make anyone leave with your personal jokes.
Listen, my jokes are all inside head jokes. It's just people hear them because I say them out loud.
Yes.
But back to bless your little heart. Tone is everything because I sometimes say, thank you so much, have a great life. And somebody told me that that's a negative thing. And I go, it is if you're like, well, you have a great life. But if you're like, thank you so much, have a great life. And they're like, no. And then they started making me ask the people after I said it. And some of them would be like, nah, I took it offensively. And some were like, no, I thought it was like, I was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to see you.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He's an entertainment. And I'm the host. And that is a very loud, stupid bike. I will bless your little heart.
What is one thing, if you write, like, if you decided to one day write epic fantasy, let's just say you were just like, I decided that I want to write one of my favorite genres in the world, epic fantasy. What is one thing you would put into the epic fantasy that would subvert the epic fantasy genre?
It would not be 250,000 words for one.
So it would just be fantasy. That is not a subversion. That's a you just took yourself out of the genre. If I was going to write epic fantasy, I'd do about 80,000 words.
Well, the epic fantasy is 95,000 words minimum. So how about 93,000? I don't. I guess not traveling.
And they woke up in the morning.
No, you can move, but we're not doing the freaking traveling trope. Okay, I don't have the patience for that. People.
Chapter 3, Chapter 8, Chapter 12. Did they just write a whole chapter on traveling?
Yeah.
I guess
we talk about that in our Tolkien chat that's coming out on the 9th. Everyone remember, put that on your calendar.
If I may, speaking of dates, tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary on the YouTube channel, The Right Mindset. And
drop that info. Wait, yeah, you have the you have a cute little wrench, so you can share linky links. And I just noticed that Kat doesn't have
a wrench.
She doesn't have a wrench.
Well, that puts a wrench in the system.
I know, that's horrible. 1 second,
Kat. Why would you do that? Jesus.
A wrench? She doesn't have a wrench. Oh my God! I have a problem.
Jesus.
I do have a lot of problems. Okay, add as moderator. Here we go.
I'm wrenchless.
I think I did that right. It says on my phone, Kat's now a moderator. Standard. So probably, yes, that's right. Look at that little wrench. That's sexy. We are all, I lost my joke. It's fine, whatever. Maybe that means we have to, here we go. Yes, remember this whole HTTPS YouTube.
No, you can just click it. You can just click it. Just click it.
I guess I can't do that because I'm the host. Maybe. Here we go. That's nice. Remember, everyone remember. Okay, thank you.
Remember, the 5th of November.
Oh, yes.
I'm magically a wrench with a little being a wench.
Interesting.
If we are German, we'd be a wench.
Maybe we should jump into a second sprint also because I have to put on my headphones and do all that stuff because my husband woke up from his nap.
And you're like, I don't want anyone to have to listen to Thomas.
No, it's I don't know if you can hear. He put on like a Fallout video thing. I don't even know, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so it's going to be in a headset situation that blocks noise.
I'm going to copyright you.
I wish I could copyright myself because that would be magical.
You could trademark yourself. You just can't copyright yourself because copyright is a verbal representation, whereas trademark is an image. So you could trademark your likeness, but you can't. However, you can't copyright words. You can only copyright your words in the order that you made them, and the
Yeah.
context behind the words. There's a lot of law with that.
Yeah. I don't even know, but I'll trust that.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, I go onto the Library of Congress and copyright my book, and then I'm fine because it's $35. And
Yeah. What is
better.
interesting sounds it's very complicated to do it, but what's interesting about that is if I took your book, right, I can't write it verbatim, but I could change 20% of it and write it, because you can't copyright stories. You can only copyright the structure of your narrative, but as long as you change 20%, because in fact, if you copyrighted your book and you went back and changed 20% yourself, you actually have to recopyright the book, the manuscript, because it is not considered the original. So they do that with music too. So when I was in the music industry, like I could write a song called Black Sabbath. I just can't write the lyrics exactly as is with the exact same rhythms and the melodies. But I can use all the chords, right? So that's one of the things. Like you can't copyright chords. So like there are so many songs that play A, B, they'll play, A, C, C, G, G, right? Right. Knocking on Heaven's Door is an example of that, right? So you can't copyright that, but you can copyright your melody attached to the structure. That's where it gets complicated, because they tried suing what's that guy with the red hair and
So many times, Ed, poor Ed.
yeah, and he had a really great example of that. He went in and he played all the songs. He was like, here's a song using the same chord structure, here's the next song, and he just kept playing the same. And they're like, oh, and the copyright lawyer was like, well, yeah, you can't sue for the chords. Because I'm in love with what is it? I'm in love with the shape of you. Something like that.
Yeah. I think he got hit like 3 times, and he's won all 3 times. It's just like, y'all need to give up. I don't. He's very great at writing songs and, also like in lyrics and the actual music. And it's like 3 times strikes you're out. Like, I mean, it's 3 different people, but oh my God.
Yeah.
It's such a waste. Sorry, but not him, at least. Like,
and didn't he say something like if he does get sued for it and ever loses, he's just going to retire from the music industry? Because he's like, there's no point.
yeah, maybe. I mean, I can see, because it's like really annoying. Yeah.
All
But
right.
he's fine.
Financially he's fine. He has no soul though, being a redhead. But
poor Ed.
Don't worry, I like redhead. I have a shirt that literally says "I love redheads," so
Good.
I am a dork. I'm
Wow.
I accept that. You want to start the 20 minutes? You want me to do it?
Yes, indeedy do.
Here goes. Tickle, tickle.
Tinkle, tinkle. With a little beaver sound. Beaver. Or a mouse or whatever.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Power of creativity.
Yes, that is true. Well, I did get 350 words.
Damn, girl.
I'm on a roll.
You should be a writer.
Yeah, considering I have all these books and chat books released already, I definitely should.
That's a lot of books. That's a lot of
Yeah.
books. Have you ever thought of abandoning all of them and then changing your name to something else and starting a whole new series?
Let's not. My eye will twitch. Basically, all urban fantasy goes under Nicole Brona, and then everything else will just go under my lovely given name.
The peer of the man?
Mm-hmm.
Brona.
Which is French, and I'm like, really? Okay.
Oui. Now, why Brona though? Like, why did you wake up one day and you go, you know what, Brona?
Well, actually, it wasn't. I didn't wake it up. I did a market research on last names for urban fantasy, and a lot of them started with BHAC, whatever it was, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with Nicole Brona, because if you Google it, it's just like nothing popped up. But now if you Google Nicole Purin or Nicole Brona, then that pops up on the first Google page.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise!
But why didn't, if you could use H, why didn't you go with Nicole Hrona?
That's not a real name. Well, Brona
Your name is real.
Irish.
They're all made up.
Well, they're all made up, but Brona is Irish.
Oh, but all right. There we go. She's Irish. Yeah. She's an
Irish
girl. Good. She's an Irish girl. She likes to use the Brona. Yeah. Brona.
Yes. Brona. Yes.
Right.
And I dropped the GH because I knew people would say Bronag.
Like, GH, yeah. It's because it's BROGH.
Oh. That's the actual Irish spelling. But then you can also do what I chose for English Irish spelling. But I was not interested in Nicole Bronag.
Bronag. To the stage, Nicole Bronag.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look. So, but everyone gets Nicole Brona. Bro, no. Here we go.
Bro, yo, bro.
Yo, bro, no.
Nah, bro. When are you going to announce that you're going to release a book completely translated in Klingon as a special edition?
Copyrighted for that?
No, you could use the language. You could even use Elven if you want.
Oh.
You just can't write a Klingon episode that is copy and paste to the.
Oh, well, yeah, fan fiction. See, now I welcome fan fiction, and that is, I'm not going to say it's canon or anything, but you know how Fallout, the creators and producers, all everyone who is involved in Fallout, they decided we will not go after anyone that does art or fan art or anything like that. And that works because their fan art is amazing. We have a bunch of the fan art, and then that just creates more money for them.
Yeah.
Because free publicity.
Yeah, people want to buy it.
And then they also have their official stuff. But then you're like, "Ooh, I have all the official stuff. Okay, let's do more." And then you go on Amazon or trade shows or whatever, and you get Fallout merch, and it's just versus the writers who, if you write a fan fiction, they will sue your ass. It's free publicity.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Write fan fiction all you want of Nicole Brona's books and
any books. No, I do have a fan art of Sarah from The Two Foxes.
Oh yeah.
It's very pretty. And the creator was like, "Oh, I just imagined her with freckles. I don't know why. I don't think she has freckles." I'm like, "I don't care. Put those freckles on Sarah.
Put them on." Is it her in the intro in the on the pew, listening to the priest?
It's just a portrait, a black and white portrait of her face.
Black and white, huh? Yeah. So it's binary.
I think I shared it.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I did. Well, it was from last year.
Oh, I'm not gonna look for that. I'm not gonna look for that. Come on, bro, nah.
Sorry,
bro, nah.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it makes you feel people can't say my last name, so.
Bellezza?
It's Bellezza.
Oh, well, that sounds like there's a T in there, and that should not be a T. It's a Z.
Well, it's Italiano, so you got the two Z's, which makes a Z. You know, Bellezza.
Bellezza.
So it's Bell.
I bet Kat can do it.
Bellezza. The Americanized version is Bellezza, but some people, I once got announced as they were like Thomas Barracuda. Like they couldn't even say and I have that on tape, and it's the funniest. Italiano, bravo, Italiano, yeah. Or as they say in the motherland, Italia.
Brilliant. Amazing.
Mangia. Mozzarella. All right. Oh, even that. See, mozzarella, right? See, it's because of the double Z.
Oh, learn something new every day. Well, what did you work on? I got 350 words for chapter 17. I blanked out 17. Chapter 17 for me. Thank you.
I did read through and chronicle 2,700 words.
Okay,
for chapter 46. I have so now I'm on chapter 47, which is known as Saliva and Blood. That's the name of the chapter. Come on, that's a good chapter name.
Oh well.
Saliva and Blood. What does that make you think of?
Erotica.
No, it's epic fantasy.
Well, you just asked. I'm like, sounds like erotica. You could say it could be dark epic fantasy. That's popular. No, dark's all over the place.
I'd say it is dark. Dark
nonsense.
Now this is dark epic fantasy because the prologue literally has a decapitation, but like the head doesn't come off all the way. So that one of the characters grabs the head and then puts the foot on the shoulder and just pulls until it rips it off. So that's kind of dark.
Gory, but
I took my dogs out for a little walk and scooped the little pan. Sometimes you gotta little pan it up. You gotta little pan it up.
Yep.
I guess it's gory, but it is an adult book, and the idea of the prologue is to set the tonality of it, and that moment literally says this is not for kids, and
no,
this is going to be touching on a lot of adult themes. Because it does focus on dealing with PTS, depression, trauma, things like that. What's interesting though, and I'm not going to give anything away, but what you think the book is about, it turns out not that. Like the whole, like as you read the first act, like halfway through the first act, you realize, oh, good. I thought it was going to be this. And it's not, it's something else. And now I actually have to follow along to see where it's going because it has subverted my expectation. And most of the readers that got to get a little glimpse at it, because one of the first questions I ask after the prologue is where you think the story's going. And then like halfway through, when I know it's going to start feeling, right before it changes a little bit, I go, where do you think the story's going? And then at the end of the first act, they're always like, I couldn't even tell you, and I like that. I have to. I cannot. I know what's going on. I know why things are going on, but I can't because every time I predicted something, it was not what I had predicted. And I go, well, that's good because you came in thinking it was one thing.
Yeah.
See, subversion.
Yeah.
I did have one reader that I would ask, I go, did I subvert any expectations? And they'd be like, no. And then they'd be like, you know what? There's something I really liked, and I was like, what? And they're like, well, you have trolls, but like the trolls aren't like trolls I ever seen. Like they were completely different than I expected. And I went, but you said I didn't subvert your expectations.
Well, I don't know if they know that word.
They're highly intelligent people, at least in my book. Like I consider them a person of intelligence. But it was just funny because they were just like, oh, and then they're like, oh yeah, I guess that is subversion. Because
Mhm.
I'm like, here's a troll, and then you're like, oh wait, they're not. They are not the trolls I think I know. And as you know, I don't like elves, so my elves not in this novel because I don't have. They're in the second and third book, but they are actually the elves are mentioned in this book in the epilogue. But I subvert the expectation of elves as well.
Mhm. Good.
Uh-huh.
Good to
Uh-huh.
know.
Uh-huh. What? Oh, and I
What?
don't have dwarves, so that's
Well,
going to
that's fine.
subvert people's expectations because they're like, it's epic fantasy. Where are the dwarves? I don't have dwarves.
Yeah. Well,
No dwarves.
I put in the first book that dwarves don't really interact with the human world.
Yeah, makes sense.
They just hang out with their own, like they do their own thing.
Yeah, they choose the bear.
So yeah, they choose underground,
Yeah.
anything but the human world. No, I'm just skipping that over because I saw
You were just like,
a meme. I just saw a meme about it, and I'm like, not this again.
that's all right. Somebody I
I
really
would,
respected chose the bear, and I was just like, oh.
uh,
I was like, okay.
well, wouldn't it would depend on the guy,
No,
but
it was not a guy. It was it would be the opposite of guy.
well, no. If anyone's actually, there's not even that many people watching. The people that are watching, there's like this TikTok video, which I don't know because I'm not on TikTok, where some person asked women if they'd rather be with a grizzly bear or man alone in the forest, and they're all saying um, a
A
grizzly
bear.
bear, and I'm like, I don't think that you know what a grizzly bear or just a bear. You know what though? Not a polar bear, but that's like, well, no, yeah, don't do polar bear because you're gonna be dead. A brown bear or a grizzly bear, you have to play dead, and then the little, they're usually little. The black bears, you have to scare them or pretend to fight back. I learned that from a bear expert on YouTube
Yeah. Did they have
when
both
she
their
was
arms?
doing. Yes.
Oh, then they are an expert.
Um, where
Do not pet the brown bear.
that, yeah. Well, it's like what GQ GQ or whatever. I don't remember. Two different big YouTube channels do this. It's like GQ and it starts with a V, where like they will interview experts,
Yeah.
and or they show films of, like, for example, scenes with bears, and then the expert will rank the movies on how realistic it is. And yeah, for like the Leonardo DiCaprio one, the
Oh,
Revenant.
Reverend. My friend worked on that film.
Yeah,
The AD.
actually shout out. It would have actually been smarter if he did not fight back, because that's a grizzly bear and you do not fight back. You play dead. You don't move. Don't
Oh,
move
he
at all.
played dead all right afterwards.
Yeah.
He just laid there. That's a true story though.
Well, yeah, but he shot at the bear one too many times. There was like, I can picture her saying, "Look, the bear is walking away. Stay dead." But instead, the Leo gets up and starts shooting again, and then she's like, "You shouldn't have done that. The bear was walking away." And then you just got hurt even more there, Leo. So
should just asked it to leave because it would have listened, you know.
well, it was leaving because it did not have a fight, and it doesn't eat dead things apparently. So Yeah, polar bears, you're dead, so just pray for your soul. But at least with the other two, you
Black
have
bears you can have as pets.
where?
No, I'm just saying that because now
In
it's on
some
the internet, so it has to be true. So
oh.
I'm just waiting for people to adopt bears and be like, I chose the bear, but it chose my legs.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Well, it's just like tigers and lions. Why
And
would you
bears,
do
oh
that?
my.
Or monkeys. Yeah.
Well, even
Don't do the
monkeys,
monkeys.
chimpanzees, they
No.
say you could have until they become adolescents, and then you have to get rid of them because then they become dominant. They try to seize the alpha position or whatever.
Yeah. And have you, like, even a chimpanzee, they have way more muscle mass. So even a baby one could really hurt you. And like any wild animal can. And I think the people in general do not realize that unless you like work on a farm or like raised near a farm and you're interacting with animals, or you lived in the country. Like city people do not get it. Like I would go with a guy.
I mean,
listen. It would be different if the thing was like you're just saying bear or man. I would go with man, but then if you got more specific and you're like, well, the man could probably be an axe murderer, I'll go with the bear.
Yeah, like, but
be specific.
Two things on that argument. So, people who have never been next to, as you say, an animal out in the wild, they don't understand how big they are. It's like being next to a buck. Like a buck deer is massive, or even like a moose or a cow. Even like I worked on a farm when I was young. Well, my best friend's grandparents, so I was on the farm all the time. But even a horse, like standing next to a horse, like they're huge beasts. They don't have to listen to the rules of law. Like they don't have to be like, well, I know I'm not supposed to trample you, but I'm going to, But
yeah.
The actual argument was originally presented as a joke from a gentleman asking people on the road to prove the misandry exists. That was the original purpose of it, but it got confiscated by the movement on the woman's side, and the argument, the discussion, or I should say, the purpose was to create a discussion on the essay and the grapes of statistics, and but it went to the point where it started as a random guy or a bear. You're in the woods and you see a random guy or a bear. Who would you rather? And then it went, okay, you're a father with a 5-year-old daughter. Would you rather the 5-year-old daughter in the woods with a random man or the bear? And then it just kept escalating to, and then they were just like, well, now you're not listening to us. And it's like, the understanding is you're trying to bring awareness, but what you're saying is until it's no longer some men, it's all men. And then it's like, yeah, but statistically speaking, it's less than 0.5% for you to be out in the world to, you know what I'm saying? But the real argument shouldn't be guys are evil. And it should be SA is an issue. And so is graping, the vegetables or the fruits. Like that should be the conversation, like on all avenues, men, women, mothers, which have the high percentage with children. And also female teachers have a high percentage with boys. But that doesn't mean anecdotally, just because that's something that literally happened in the news just recently with the female teacher and the children. It's that the conversation should really be about the issue, which is SA and grape, and less about demonizing an entire group of people because of a small percentage. Because the idea is like, car crashes exist, so should we not drive cars? Until some cars don't get into accidents, all cars should not be in accidents.
Yeah, I have a driving phobia, so
Yeah, but
You got to get another example.
well, yeah, but even so, I mean, that's a great idea because because you have the driving phobia for whatever reason, and you and I at least know the world of therapy, and we know that that's an irrational thought. You know, like my brother got his lip ripped off by a dog because he was playing with the dog, not aggressively. He was playing with a ball, and and then he was doing this, and the dog jumped up and grabbed his lip instead of the ball. He loves dogs. You know, like he can't. He didn't change his entire approach and be like all dogs are the most vicious creatures in the like it's and plus suggesting that men are worse than bears, and now we're comparing a group to animals. I don't know if you
That's
can
not good,
understand the
people.
dehumanization of that. Yeah.
That's not good. You
You
don't
know.
do that. Well, Robert. Oh, I hate and love his last name. Sapolsky. Sapolsky.
Yeah.
So sorry, Robert.
How's he
A
doing?
biologist and neuroscientist.
I've heard him.
I hope so. You need to look that up. He wrote Behave,
Oh,
nonfiction book. Do recommend. He has a whole section of us versus them, and then it
yeah.
becomes like you have to really watch when people, like one group mentions another group in like an animal way
Yeah.
that leads uh it leads to really bad things. Bears, rats, mice, cockroaches, like those, usually those types
100%.
animals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
and it's a very in-depth with many, many, many examples and citations, not just anecdotal, but he gets all that in there with the nitty-gritty. So yeah, I also don't like to assume unless there is a danger afoot. Not like I would, but like because I work from home, and I don't drive. But let's just say I have a job where I get out at like 10:30 p.m. and I'm walking to my car, and there's a guy following me from an alleyway up to a parking lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm fighting for my life right now. I'm pulling out that pepper spray and that taser, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, but that's a survival skill.
Yeah. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
that, but I'm not going to assume, and like I'm at the mall shopping for a Christmas gift, that everyone here is gonna stalk me and stabby. Like that's not how that works. I need more than that. I need way more.
There's also rational thinking too. Like if I walk down a street and I get mugged, I don't think whoever mugged me, that person mugged me, and therefore they are. If I see them again, I know they are a mugger because they have mugged me. That's not anecdotal. That's proven. But that doesn't mean people that look like them or whatever, any elements that they are. No, that doesn't make everyone a mugger. However, also, if I walk down that street again and a new person mugs me, I can't walk down that road a third time.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't matter what time of day it is. That's on me. The third time is on me. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a bad street. Because statistically speaking, I've gone down it twice and I was 100% mugged.
Yeah.
Like I have to make smarter choices. But I love women, right? And most of my closest friends, if not best friends, are women. And but the people who have hurt me the most have been people who were women, but I still find love and beauty in those relationships with women. So again, I don't allow the negative experiences to stop me from making friends with other women. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like I could, and anecdotally, I'm allowed to make that grand, well, it's because it's my experience, and I can go wherever I want with it because it's my, so I can say these people are evil, but at the same time, I have to do work if I feel that way. It's not to equate it to racism, but if you are racist, you got to do some work. Like there's something wrong, like to hate a group of people because of whatever experiences you've had with some people. Like there's trauma there. And it means that you have, because it's difficult. I'm chronic depressive, so I deal with chemical imbalances, but that means the things that I experience are amplified. So if I allowed those things to rule me, I wouldn't even be able to do things. It's hard enough for me to leave the house, because, I get that agoraphobic feeling because it's like I just don't have the energy to put on the mask, as they say, like we have to put on masks because there's three egos. There's private or self, there's familiar, and then there's unfamiliar, right? So we have three different, but to put that mask on and to go out there and just perform, but it's like you and I, we're in the familiar ego, even though we're entertaining strangers and some friends. We have a familiar relationship, so we get to be more comfortable with each other. But the idea, I don't know about you, but if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" and you're like, "Yeah, sure," and then they cancel, like it's the most relieving feeling ever to be like, I don't have to go.
That depends on the person.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You have your jacket half on, and they're like, "Oh, can we reschedule?" And you're like, "Yeah," like absolutely, like I wanted to see you, but I get to sit down,
Yeah. Take a nap.
Write
some words. Yeah. Oh, and maybe reread, write, edit, whatever you want, or just completely read something different. I don't even know. Sometimes
here's a question, because you said something the other day. I think the audience might enjoy this. Do you, since you like editing more, like you prefer the back end work, the post work, you enjoy the post work. Back end is like outlining and stuff. You enjoy the post work. So does that mean you write to edit? If you know what I'm saying, like you're writing to get to the editing because that's the part you want to do. So you're sort of like working through the editing. I mean, working through the writing just so you could get to the part that you enjoy.
I guess I'm more like I am writing to finish the first draft, so then I can work with it. So I guess.
Yeah, but that's like your fun part. Like if you could start at the editing, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have everything there and I know I can fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, every new chapter I start with a blank page. I'm like, son of a bitch.
What is it? What do you know what that's called? There's a term for that. Like
no idea.
They see the blank page and it's dreadful. There's like what is it called? To fear the blank white page as a writer. There's an actual term for it. Blank page syndrome.
I'm not terrified because I can go through it and just like it's like starting over again every single time.
Yeah, but if you ever have a sense of like even if it's a here we go again, like that's blank page. Anything that is like a negative feeling towards the blank page is blank page syndrome. Yeah. It's not I don't get
excited. I'm just like, damn. Here we go again. Though there are some times where I'm like, I'm on a roll, and then I finish a chapter, and then it's because I'm on a roll. Then it's not bad, but for the most part, I'm just like, we got to start over again, I guess.
Have you ever been on a bagel while writing? Since you're on a roll, have you ever tried being on a bagel?
No, because I don't
Maybe a
like.
donut.
Well, I like donuts. Yeah, they're just fried sweet bagels, aren't they? Mm.
Because of my sciatic nerve, I gotta sit on a donut. No, just kidding.
I do have to sit. Well, I have to sit on a little pillow for my sciatica. Yeah,
The
that did
sciatic.
help. It took a little bit, but now I don't have the problem anymore. Do
I
you
just took my
recommend
legs off. That helped.
both or one? Because sciatica is usually just one side, unless you really messed up your life.
I took them both off because it was making my pocket uneven. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Me either. No, if you're a guy, usually you put your wallet in your back pocket, so then it actually messes
Oh,
up your back because it's uneven. You know,
oh,
you're sitting like this. You know, like like you're just naturally
oh.
sitting like that, even if it's a little bit, and it actually tosses your back out. That's why I always keep my wallet in my pocket because when my back actually, because I was slightly paralyzed when I was younger. Someone fell on my head because I was at a concert like an
Mm.
idiot. It's terrible. Anyway, and the doctor was like, "Don't put your wallet in your back pocket anymore." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "This is what could happen. And since you have 3 herniated discs in your neck and 3 in your lower back, you know,
Damn.
avoid that." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like 19 or something like that. It was terrible,
Yikes. So.
terrible. I
Well, you know
obviously
what that? I
what?
know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no. I was just saying. I obviously, you know, worked through it and did a lot of rehab.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, how about we do one more final sprint as you get your sciatica problems in order, and then we're good to go. And you better run.
It's my
Well, maybe
Super
not run.
Mario run where it's really slow.
Yeah, that's because of your sciatica. Yeah,
That's right.
you can't run normally. You have to go like a little cartoon.
Yeah. I
And
got
you're jumping very
sciatica, front
awkward.
attica, back attica, top attica, but
All the
sciatica.
atticus.
Yeah, all the
Mhm.
atticus. Look at this guy with all the atticus. All right, ready? Here it goes.
Oh yeah. Ta-da! Well, I'm at 550 words, but you cut me off. Jesus. Ruined it.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I know. Time
and
just-
time again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that was good. I had to write down in this cute little kind of useless notebook because it's like so small. Like a little itty bitty, like it's not even thick either, whatever. It's now put to use because I just wrote down the evil doers info.
That's what you wrote in the book?
Yeah, because I can't figure out, and I'm not wasting time, I can't figure out how to bring up like the side panel notes that are on Scrivener, but
yeah,
they're automatic for Mac. I don't, whatever. Okay. I have them now. And so I have a game plan, and oh my God, I brought it all together. So I have it down on paper, and it's also in my head, and maybe that will help.
I have faith in you.
Yes.
Good night,
Good night,
Cat.
Nighty night. Yeah, I think this will be good because then I'll just keep it in a drawer, and then I'd be like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. So,
do you normally write in that book? That's how you handle your writing process? You use that as a...
No, it was originally... it was just originally in Scrivener on the side panel, but I don't know how to do the note side panel because I'm on PC, not Mac. And I wasn't gonna, like, I don't know what you call it anyway. I just say side panel notes. That's not what they call it. So you know.
I get it. So they don't have like on Word or even Google Docs, you can create a header, and the header creates the left side panel, and then you could just click.
No, there's like they have that for chapters on the left side, but on the right side, at least on Mac, you could bring up like a little box that's for notes, and you type it in. That's how I figured stuff out. That could be why I've been agonizing, because I don't have the box and I don't know how to bring it up. I don't know what it's called either.
Have you ever tried YouTube? It's this video.
Yeah, but I don't know I don't know how to word it, sir. Because I say the note box, but that's not it.
Just put in like, Scrivener for beginners who have never ever used the instrument, the tool.
On PC, yeah, it's like I don't know why it's so different from both of them.
Well, really I'm a PC man, so I can't talk about Mac. I don't want to have bias about how terrible of a system Macs are, but I want to keep it.
Well, I don't have a PC, so
I got the PC. Did you see the private message I sent you?
Yes. You have just that in your soul.
I didn't. That has been because that's only chapter 47. So I've been done with the book since whenever, way before this bear conversation was. And it's just funny. I'm reading and I was just like, I have to send that to you. Because even in the book, they're just like, troll. I would rather the trolls than the bear. You could at least reason with the troll, like the bear. It's like,
poor bears are just getting crapped on all over the place lately.
But yeah, we did pretty good tonight, I think. You got some words down and more than one, and you didn't think you were even going to get that many. You were talking 7.
Yeah, see, I do that every time, don't I? It's a pattern.
I'm proud of you. That's all I'm saying.
Why, thank you. I feel better because I have the little chilly notebook. It's gonna be right here.
Chilly
with the notes. I am spicy with my villain notes and the mystery. The mystery is just like, well, I don't want to spoil it, so you shouldn't read the.
You can't go wrong with spicy. Oh, the cat's coming in. Yeah. What do you want, cat? You want some spicy? But listen, we did a pretty solid 2 hours, but
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah, we gotta head
I
off. Yeah.
yeah, I got to do a thing.
Yes, you do. You have fun with that thing. And we'll see everyone next time. And keep an eye out for videos from Thomas on his channel, and then videos on my channel. And then we're going to get together on the 9th. Well, we already did, but that's fine. On the 9th, if you're interested in Lord of the Rings, we have a discussion about it. So keep
That's
your eyes open.
That's right. And a little something else.
Mhm.
For the writers that are listening and or watching live or after post,
Oh yeah.
let your other writer friends know to jump on for the sprint. Like if they feel they're not getting their words in, their word counts in, and they want to really push that book, come join us. You get some laughs by seeing my face, right? You get some motivation by listening to Nicole. She has 2 personalities. She's got the Pierman and the Brona, so it's like double the awesome, you know. So just let them know every Thursday, 8 o'clock on the Eastern Standard Time, and 5 o'clock on the what is it? What is this? Specific, yeah. And I guess it'll be 6 o'clock on Central. I don't know.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
I don't know.
We bring in the night owls and people not on Eastern time.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Yeah.
But next time we're gonna have aliens, right? We're gonna bring some aliens here.
Yeah, the sim aliens. I'm debating. Yeah, I'm debating on buying a sim pack that has aliens. So alien babies. I don't know. Probably not. I shouldn't do that.
You should.
I'm already addicted.
You need to have something to keep you entertained while you're working.
Oh, well, yeah, I wish I could do The Sims and like write.
Oh, yeah. But I'm talking
because
about
I do this. No, that's inappropriate, Thomas.
I sleep on the floor.
Yeah. I will listen to like podcasts and music while I'm working, but that's about it. Because I have the ADD. I can do that.
ADD, yeah, that's right.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
But then, like, I know a bunch of people at work do the same thing. So
as long as you move the mouse every little bit, right? Because they know when the computer goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look,
who knows?
You have ADD, ADHD, and I have DUMB, so it works out.
I'm sure it does.
Do you know what it means when someone is quote unquote dumb? Do you know what that actually means?
Does it mean like they're related to you?
That is, yes. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I'm just like a comedian now. Uh-oh. I'm
no. It means they can't speak. It means they're mute.
Oh, like the old version, yeah.
Yeah, the old, before we had feelings.
Yeah. Or sense of empathy or anything like that. Yeah.
Empathy. Yeah. I have lots of empathy for myself, but but my therapist says I'm doing much better.
Well, you should look into a speech therapist, Thomas, and we can wrap that up. We can wrap it all up by me on the at the end of the stream giving him some speech therapist recommendations. I've started like from age 3 to 18, so you see where I am at.
Where are you?
Maybe not the greatest. I know I blank out sometimes, and I sound sometimes like Elmer Fudge, and it's fine. I'm fabulous anyway. So we're gonna end on being fabulous.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Bye-bye.